over town this morning doing their dirt. Mess with people at bus stops. Mess with people all over. They start early in the morning, they go, sometimes they go all night. Not sure what these cops are on, but they're a mess. A menace to society. Be careful out there, alright? Morning. It's not a good morning if you're getting pulled over by DPS. It's cold. It's 56 degrees. It's cold for Texas. There's a big old cold front across the north. Snow, blizzard heading towards. Oh yeah, it's I-35, Island Mall, Fiesta. There's only 2 Fiestas in Austin. This is the one that's over near the Japanese are gentrifying this part of town. It's called coffee shop down the street. Last time I went there, I saw Daniel Yanis and his daughter, who actually ran for city council. I saw them perform. Next to Fiesta, oh, you're in Round Rock, okay. Well, thanks for watching. We don't have only Round Rocks here, we have Square Rocks too. Yeah, this looks like to be a minority, a small economic car. One of the working class people who might work at Fiesta, might be working to build houses. I want to ask Greg Abbott, not Greg Abbott, ask the government of Texas, how much does it cost to do all these things, and include the cost of loss of production and interstate traffic. If you're keeping people from working on their way to work this morning, you see all the cars, it's 61, 6:10 in the morning. Oh, there's women in traffic. Yeah, it's because I'm not talking down. Sorry. But if I would like to know, that's probably a little better. I would like to ask the state government how much work is being lost, how much interstate traffic, how much commerce, how much tax money is being spent and lost by these targeting of the working class. Why don't they target rich people? Why don't they go to Westlake and get the coke connections to Columbia? Hello? Well, ladies. Alright, anyways. Greg Abbott, you're a tool. I wouldn't ask you shit, Greg Abbott. But I'd like to ask the government what the hell they think they're doing, targeting people that work at... I stuck my camera too high. Here we go. There we go. Fiesta. You think that... whatever that bird is, you think that bird's working? No, people are working. You know who doesn't work? Yeah, Hot Wheels needs to go. You know what doesn't work? Rich people. They fucking work. Go get those rich people that are just selling drugs to their kids at Austin High School. Go get Austin High School. Go get Westlake. Go get Lacey Lake. What's it called? Lago Vista. Look at those clowns. Greg Abbott doesn't work either. probably working a goat this morning, or probably working off a hangover from the goat party last night. I do not trust our government for shit, especially with the release of part of these Epstein emails, not the entire files. Things are being redacted. Like, we've been saying this for years. Now that we get to a cathartic moment where they're going to actually throw up and spill the beans, they're still playing games, and I do not trust the government at all. I do not trust Greg Abbott. I do not trust the Freemasons at all. Sorry, you won't hear this on KUT News, okay? You won't see this on KView. They're not out here reporting on what the government is doing. They just give you fluff pieces. There's 2 state troopers over there messing with somebody. I think they might be done. Did they both go back? Oh, there's a second one. I think they're done messing with this person through the passenger window. By the way, a passenger isn't part of a stop. They think it is. They think they can ID the passengers, but they can't. They have to have RAS, reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. Those are your rights. This is the law. You guys need to learn enough of the law to defend yourself. You don't need to know all the law, but you need to know, I plead the 5th, I plead the 4th. I do not consent to this conversation. I do not consent to your investigation. I do not consent to any illegal search or seizure. I do not consent to illegal Terry stops. I do not consent. I dissent. I want to protest for redress of grievances right now. Yeah, they have to be able to articulate a crime. Articulate. That means speak. I mean, I know the cops don't have very... I'm not going to say anything bad. I know they don't know what articulate means. It means to speak. To tell us what the crime is being committed. If the crime is suspicion, is that a felony or is that a misdemeanor crime? What kind of crime? Is it a civil? What is suspicion? What is suspicious? Suspicion's a noun, suspicious is an adjective, I believe. Yeah, they just have to be able to talk. If they can't talk and say, if they can't say articulate, then they need to tell you what crime you've committed or you're in the process of committing. Or they could try to say you're trying to commit something, but like, that's getting real weak. That's getting into the scintilla of truth. And they need to have like, oh man, I can't believe the stop is still going. So some of these stops take a long time, and while you're trying to get to work doing whatever you do, maybe this is a janitorial, maybe this is cooking, maybe this is a management, maybe it's hotel. We don't know who these people are, this person or persons. There goes DPS again. The flash is going up to the driver's side door. So dealing with this microphone is it's a Rode mic. It's about the smallest one I could get, and it's attached to just a cell phone. And I got a little flexi tripod. Anyway, so I'm using Ulanzi equipment. You can get it on Amazon, and it's just to hold my camera a little stiller and give me more options to set it down and clamp it to things if I want. But the microphone has side, stuff on the side and the top, like little holes. So the front, it's like a shotgun mic. So on the front is where the main sound comes, and the noise canceling comes from the sides and tops, but they say that you can talk to it through the top and it gets a little better. But yeah, it's projecting out and getting the noise from the traffic and from that direction on, because that's what I want. It's really not even about me. It's about what's going on with the police and what's going on with your tax money and your power. Like, So sorry about the microphone stuff. I'm glad that you gave me feedback because sometimes I don't even know if it's working. Had to. So after the cartel smashed my last phone, which was a Galaxy S10, Samsung S10, I'm now on a different, newer phone, and they don't have headphones anymore, I'm told. Headphone jacks. So this Rode mic is the older kind of, it plugs into the headphone, and so I got an adapter going from a dongle. If you know what a dongle is, I've got an adapter bridging from USB-C to a stereo mini jack. I forget what size they are. Anyhow, so sometimes it doesn't connect, and sometimes there's bad audio, sometimes there's no audio. Sometimes my fat fingers hit the mute button on the YouTube app. We've had all sorts of sound issues. I've got a whole interview about drones attacking, APD using drones to harass campers out there. Yeah, 35. Oh, there they go. So far, DPS has not killed anybody right here. But the day is young. It's only 6 a.m. And what are they going to do if they see someone that's lawfully carrying a gun? I can tell you what APD does. They're trained to kill you. If you have any Second Amendment thoughts, APD's trained to kill you. That's what they said. They testified under oath. I watched more than one trial. The Mike Ramos trial. I watched the Alexander Gonzalez trial. I just recently watched the Rajan Singh trial, which was Daniel Sanchez, the bad cop. And then we saw Carl Kreitcha, who helped, I believe, Christopher Taylor kill Dr. Marquita Silva, and Carl Kreitcha was offered training to just take a training on how to get a good shoot. So what the police want is good shoots, and they just basically fantasize all day, have all their training, have all their supervisors tell them, well, at least you're safe. The good shoot is anything that the police can kill and walk away from, and hopefully not be held accountable for. Someone's about to block my view. Watch. This stop might be over anyway. They've gone to the car like 2 or 3 different times. Maybe there's someone that can't afford insurance. Maybe they've got some kind of other issues. Maybe they're waiting on ICE again. Is that what we're doing here? Are we waiting on another ICE call like we had a few nights ago, where ICE shows up unmasked for a teenage Mexican American. How many times do I have to say Americans? So, like, if you don't know, this is formerly Mexico, all the way up to almost Canada on this side, on the west coast, and over here. This is all Mexico, and treaties were made, treaties were broken. The treaty breakers are the American government and the settlers. So, yeah. So there was treaties made. There was land stealing. There was manipulation, because the British did that stuff. The British like to kill. The Spanish like to kill. The conquistadors. The Portuguese like to kill. The French like to kill. So, like, these people saw that indigenous people here had land and gold and buffalo, and they wanted all that shit and everything. They wanted to wipe them out so they could just say, oh, look, it's our land. And that's where we're at now. And now you got these remnants of the Klan here, the Nazis, that have signed up to go find people that are minorities only. Not to go after whites in Austin who might be, smuggling cocaine from Colombia. Let's just go after minorities that are just trying to, like, wash your dishes and cook your freaking Chinese buffet, super buffet. Okay, y'all? You know what I'm saying? I'm Mexican American. I'm indigenous. So the other thing is, Mexican Americans are like 75% indigenous blood, because the Spanish and French and Portuguese, all those people I named, they basically raped indigenous people, murdered them, tried to erase them, stole their land, stole all their gold. Billions of dollars in Aztec and Mayan gold was stolen. Billions of dollars. And that's what that's the culture and the history of our nation. Now, the current culture in 2025 doesn't have to look the same. It doesn't have to be like we're still looking after indigenous and Mexican American people to send them where? To a lower part of former Mexico? Like, who's gonna cook your food? I'm trying to be nice. Who's gonna cook your food? Who's gonna wash your dog? Rich people. Who's gonna pick the fruit off the trees, off the vines? Who's gonna pick the root crops, the carrots and the potatoes and whatnot? Who's gonna do that if you keep messing with people? I can tell you who's not gonna be doing it. It's not gonna be Mexican Americans. It's not gonna be black people. And it's definitely not gonna be white people. It's gonna be nobody. That right now there is right now there's a shortage. Let's just talk about Austin. No. Let's talk about the fruit. The fruit, they say, the agriculture is rotting on the vine and in the trees because there's not enough Latinos, we'll say, Latinx people, Mexican Americans and others. There's not enough this year. So the economy's going south. The Austin economy was reported in the news recently. Actually is taking a dip because construction's down because there's not enough Mexican American construction workers. So, do you remember during the pandemic when there wasn't, or after, there wasn't enough people to work or whatever and the economy went bad? Well, it's not just going to be the economy going bad, it's going to be your food prices are going to go up because of the supply-demand curve. There's not going to be as much supply this year, and because you've targeted the workers, that people that actually work for a living, work hard for low wages, get basically, the way I see it is, the lighter your skin, the higher the job they give you, the higher the pay usually, not always, of course there's exceptions, but in generality, you got the white supervisor sitting in the truck watching over the Mexican workers working in the rain. I'm sorry, are you not familiar with this? I came from the field. I mean, I worked on drill rigs, I worked environmental and hazardous materials, and I've seen it. Of course, it was in Waco, and it's whack, but you know, I worked statewide also, walked across Texas, and this is what's going on. You know, most of these DPS clowns are white, the rest of them have sold out, and they'll do whatever Abbott says. Go find Mexicans, is what he said. Go find Mexicans. So this extended stop might be ICE. It might be an arrest. We don't know, but this person should be at work. This is probably, you know, someone's mom or dad or uncle or whatever. I want to say it's a mom, but I haven't really seen what's going on that well. Y'all might see better on your bigger screens, maybe. I don't know. I'm just on this little cell phone. And what was I saying? Yeah, work. Take care of the workers. People talk about solidarity with the working class and na. You're not protecting the working class. The working class is being targeted and you're not there to protect them. Then don't talk to us about your revolutionary idea of the work, you know, rallying the working class. I can't hear that noise. You have to be part of the solution, not just part of the fantasy. I'm sorry, I'm just only talking to the communists right now. who don't have a clue. The socialists right now who don't have a clue. They're not doing any work. They're working for the They're working for the system. They're all working inside the system and complaining about the system. Okay, well, maybe you should go film the system. See what look at the dark underbelly of the system. See what they do on a day-to-day basis. And go protect the working class. Go protect the homeless. That's another thing the communists don't believe in, is the homeless. Go protect people. Go out and defend and teach people their rights and film. Do everything you can to help them rise up and become the working class, you know? Become the leading class. When the tables are flipped, things are going to look differently. But as long as we have Nazis in charge of everything, and white supremacists, Christian white nationalists, all these Nazis, flavors of Nazi, until all the flavors of Nazis have been eradicated from this Baskin Robbins of an America, it's just going to go on and 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 on. And the only people that should be deported right now are white nationalists, Greg Abbott, Dan Patrick. All your politicians should be deported. I don't care who they are. Take Greg Casar, Beto, all those shit. I'm going to be nice. All those lovely people, they've sold the freak out. I'm trying to be nice because it's early and I get grumpy. Yeah, deport their ass. Deport their asses. Do it. Make America safe from Nazis, like your grandparents tried to do. What the hell, people? So why are we still here? I don't know. Someone's having their day ruined right here. Might just have to put this thing up here. Could be a DPS if you're watching me. I don't know. Let's set this up a little bit better for you guys. The audio's about to go to crap, y'all, because I'm moving the camera back. Yeah, we need white allies out there too to like call out these Nazis and call out Greg Abbott and all that, because they don't care if a minority like me does it. We're not the voice they're looking for. And really, their voice is really these Round Rock's full of MAGA, but like a lot of these country ass folk, you know what I'm talking about? Country ass, low educated, welfare recipients and whatnot called MAGA. That's their base. That's who they're trying to like rally up. That's who this is for. It's really less about the actions they're taking and more about the narrative that they're trying to create. That Abbott's tough on crime. Bitch. Ken Paxton's a criminal. He was laundering and embezzling and all that stuff. A bunch of his staff filed a lawsuit against him, charges, and so he fired them all in retaliation, violation of the Whistleblower Act. Like, listen, until the government's clean, don't come looking for dirt on us. You guys aren't clean. Drug test these DPS officers. Half of them are roided up, the other ones are too fat. I'm not sure what dope they're on, but they're on some shit. Man, this is a long stop. Not even a DWI stop. Long ass stop, y'all. I got things to do. It's Thanksgiving week. I'm thankful that I'm still alive. The cops haven't killed me. DPS has only arrested me and beaten me up and tased me and thrown me down, ripped me out of a tent, beat me up with my lizard. What else? I watched them terrorize UT students and terrorize the community for a couple of years now. Well, been more than that. I saw them break a guy's neck for protesting, and then refuse medical. Then the jail refused medical. Travis County Sheriff's Office. He didn't get medical until he got released like a day or two later. And his neck was broken, but they ignored him. Stop complaining. We break your neck. You know what? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I hope someday there's the cops that are abusive, the bad cops have to beg for medical and get refused also. Ran out of money, DPS. You spent it all. What's their budget? Someone look up DPS's budget. SAI. Oh, there's a ghetto bird watching us, by the way. There's a ghetto bird. Oh, I can't see it. There it goes. It took off. Sorry. That was a waste of time trying to point at it. Anyhow, the rig is not set up that good. It's kind of teetering around here. But it's not gripped on good. But anyhow, so what the hell were we talking about? My sleep patterns are all weird right now, trying to chase ice because there's nobody else doing this stuff. There's just nobody else that cares about their community. Everybody cares about their own pocketbook. Guess how much I get paid for this? Guess how much I get paid to do this work? Yeah, exactly. Well, there they go again. Fucking with their license plate, taking this. Probably got temporary tags from, I can't see. Probably have temporary tags. Cops like to pull people over that just bought vehicles, used vehicles, sometimes new vehicles. But we've got brand new temporary tags in the state. They're all registered. I don't know what the problem is, but they're probably taking their temp tag off. I'm gonna zoom in with my camcorder, let you know. Dang it, camcorder secured. Let's see if this thing's even functional right now. I don't use this thing at all. There we go. Yeah, it's a couple in there. Looks like definitely a male. I'm not sure who's on the passenger side. The cop is definitely, there's two DPS stormtroopers with their silly hats. The one with the hat is working on the license plate. Doing mechanical work apparently. So you spend over $10 billion. Yeah, ask the AI how much DPS's annual budget is. They got some paperwork. They're all looking, giving them tickets, all sorts of crap. So just to let you know, all law enforcement is ICE. They're all operating under ICE. Under ICE authority, under ICE, under the law. If the governor says you got to go enforce this law, they do it. They follow orders just like any good mountain. So DPS is ICE. This is an ICE stop. It may not have ICE agents or HSI or other contractors. Yeah, he's got the temporary license plate in his hand. He's got tools to give to the other officer. They're definitely taking their license, so they can't go nowhere now. Now they're stuck here. And if they try to go anywhere, they could get arrested. They could get arrested already. The cops can retaliate for anything, but they're just looking at minorities that just bought cars, looking to mess with them. So now this person has to go to court to fight the tickets with their other stuff and waste their time and miss more work. So I'm telling you, there's a huge cost to our communities, all of us, when people can't get to work. Mexican American and otherwise. stealing his plates. The cop with no hat now looks like has his plate. It's just a paper tag, paper plate. Not the kind you eat on. The kind you have a license. Looks like two Hispanic males going to work. The cops explaining stuff to them as he steals from them, while they steal tax money to do this operation in the first place. Cops are bad for the economy. How much did that just cost us? Now what are they going to do? They can't go nowhere without the plates. We'll see. Maybe the cops will be nice enough to let them drive in. I doubt it. It's almost daylight out here. Grand ride, my friend says. Clowns. So what about these people? They're gonna have to sit there. So, I mean, DPS a while. I've been through this before. I had an expired license once. It wasn't really expired, but or suspended. Oh, there it goes. It was suspended due to too many tickets, paid tickets or some crap, and they got rid of that program, and so they unsuspended it through the law, and yeah, they made me sit on the side of the road and wait for a ride. I was out of town taking medicine to my grandma, taking natural medicines to my grandma, and traditional medicines, and what? They kept following me, going around and circling for a while to make sure I didn't go nowhere. Let's just say I did what I wanted to do. Let's just say that. These cops always want to control you. Well, no arrests. They'll probably make them stay there, and DPS will probably come check on them regularly, make sure that they're not driving that car. That car can't go nowhere until they get plates. They have to leave it right here at Fiesta parking lot, basically. They got to go walk to work or something now. Thank you, DPS, Greg Abbott. You're great. Just because you don't work doesn't mean that other people don't want to. You're not helping anybody. Oh. Visualize a world that's better. Stop making excuses. Stop saying it is what it is. Pinche culero Greg Abbott. Si se puede. Y viva la revolución. Adiós. Llamarasta.